Well, Blue Jays fans, we got a guy. And I want everyone to just forget about the years, forget about the money for a minute, and just enjoy this moment because it's been a long time coming. And it's something that we haven't really had before. We've had to listen to the Mets fans, the Red Sox fans, the Yankees fans talk about how he's going to test free agency. He wants to go. He's saying he wants to stay in Toronto, but it's all just, a cover. And he's ultimately going to leave to go play with Rafael in Boston or Soto with the Mets. And in the back of our minds, we're kind of going, there's maybe a little bit of self-doubt, even though we thought he wanted to be a Blue Jay. There still is that, oh no, what if? And yeah, for guys like me, a lot of us are parents now, and we've got little kids, and it goes back to, my childhood where I was maybe 10 to 12 to 14 years old, and you watch Sean Green leave the Blue Jays. You watch Carlos Delgado leave the Blue Jays. We haven't had that quote unquote generational player, and I mean the guy that sticks his whole career there, that is a very, very phenomenal talent, could be a future Hall of Famer, and he's going to wear one jersey for his whole time. You just don't see that in sports anymore, very, very rarely, and it's pretty cool that it's going to happen on the Blue Jays. And, I look at somebody who's coming up and just starting to play baseball, like right now for my son. He just had his first T-ball game, I mentioned in a couple podcasts ago. And Vladdy Guerrero Jr. is going to be locked up for his potentially entire baseball playing career. It'll be right through to his high school graduation. So that's something that we just haven't really had before. And a lot of us, like I say, when we were kids, the Sean Greens, the Carlos Delgados, you love the players when you grow up more than you love anything else, really. Like I remember Carlos Delgado playing like it was yesterday, and yet I couldn't really tell you without looking up what our team records were those years. Or a Doc Halladay. I remember mimicking his windup. I remember watching his pitching days. And I probably at that time, a lot of years, couldn't even told you who our fifth starter was or how many games out of the playoffs we were. So there is an aspect to this that does go above and beyond the wins and losses and above and beyond just the, the on-field production. I dropped a tweet last night before this became official, but when it felt imminent. And I said, will the term be too long? Yes. Too much money? Probably. Necessary? Also yes. And that's really how I feel about this. You never feel comfortable, just in a strictly, the business side of baseball. You hear a guy's getting paid till he's 40. You don't love it. I think everybody knows that there's probably a few years on the back end of that contract that are going to be regrettable. But, is it too much money? Debatable. AAV is very reasonable for now. Again, you're not going to want to pay him that when he's older, but the way that the market's taken off and the way contracts have gone, too early to tell. But was it necessary? Absolutely. Because what this deal does is it keeps the fan base, it keeps the ownership, it keeps the players, it keeps everybody engaged for at least a 10-year window now. There's no way that ownership is dropping this kind of contract just to slash payroll. The fans know that they've got a star, they know they've got commitment, they know they've got buy-in from the management and the ownership. And it's all around a positive thing. I'm finding a hard time making this negative at this point now that it's done. Like I say, we can debate the dollars and cents all we want, but the overarching theme is it's a good deal. We've got a guy. That's all there is to say about it. So that's where I'll leave off today. We're happy. Just enjoy it. Something good happened. We finally landed the big fish, even though he was already here. We got it done when a lot of people said we couldn't. Like I say, Red Sox, Yankees, Mets fans all said that he was going to them. A lot of Ross Atkins haters in the Blue Jays fan base said that there's no way that they could get this deal done. He was leaving for sure. Who would want to play for this incompetent franchise? All that kind of stuff. And at least for a day, we can just exhale and, like I say, just enjoy it. So drop your comments below. Was it too much money? How you feeling? We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.